Tuesday, January 10th, 2012. This is Tier 3, episode 11. Alright guys, are we going? I think we're going.
Yeah, let's go.
There we go. Okay. It's hard to remember everything after that long of a Christmas break. But we are back with Tier 3, Episode 11 on KVNO 90.7 HD2, Mav Radio, Omaha's true college radio station.
Introductions.
And I'm Eric Anderson.
I'm Jim Maduri.
Jake Partouche, Bedwitz.
And this is the show where we're so far behind, we're actually ahead. A lot of stuff has happened since we had a last show. I think it was just me and Jay. And CES has started this week. That started Monday, the Consumer Electronics Show. So we're going to talk quite a bit about stuff that's happening there. There's been a ton of new technology, a lot of TVs, a lot of 3D stuff, some phones, some tablets that has debuted, and it's only the second day. That runs through, I think, Thursday or Friday. Friday, I think, of this week. So we're going to talk quite a bit about that. But, actually, I was going to get into announcements, but I see I have nothing written for announcements. The studio got a overhaul during break. We got a new paint job in here. The walls are all red with university logos on them, and the shelves are repainted. Got all the CDs back in the shelves instead of on the desk.
It looks pretty good.
The massive mountain of CDs is now back on the wall, so don't have to worry about knocking it all over. Other than that, I think that's about it for announcements. Anybody do anything cool over break? I just worked, did nothing.
Well, I went to a different
hung out
country.
with family. That's about it.
I went to a different country, if that counts.
But that's going home for you. Homeland, yeah. Back to the homeland.
I had a really nice New Year's, though.
Anything else?
Okay.
And we continue.
Okay, well, before we get into the CES stuff that's been going on this week, I found out today, much to my dismay, that Kodak is actually... What?
You should be a poet.
Yeah, I know. That was good, wasn't it? But Kodak is headed for bankruptcy. I'm not sure how close they are. But apparently this is according to Bloomberg. They are very close to bankruptcy, and they are actually have several current lawsuits against Apple for HTC, for patent infringement. Do you know what they're infringing upon?
Something to do with their pictures.
I think it's kind of a desperate thing by Kodak to kind of last maybe a little bit longer. I didn't realize Kodak was this, close to going under. Which I think it'll just be really sad if they do, because Kodak's been around for so long.
Forever.
Yeah, they've been really involved in the movie industry. You pretty much see Kodak in the credits of every single movie released. So I don't know what'll happen if they go in, if they'll just
drop out,
start up, or if they'll do like a restructuring type deal, or I don't know what'll happen. It'll be interesting to see. But
I think they might have already gone through the restructuring.
Yeah.
Is the official term. It's making a last-ditch effort to raise revenue before facing its creditors by going after Apple and HTC for digital imaging patents.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's... I just really hate to see if they go under. I don't want them to do that. Can you turn that fan off? As much as it's hot in here, there's a lot of background noise. I think there's this, the switch is on the...
It's on the bottom, probably.
There's another one running in the corner. I'm like, why isn't this sound disappearing? Of course, your huge, long headphone cable, you can just walk to the other side of the room. There, we got rid of it.
This one's quiet.
Is it? Yeah, because there's no background noise now. There we go.
It was just that
Perfect.
one. Oh, that's really nice.
It was really hot in here, but that was just making way too much background noise. Couldn't hear anybody. Yeah, so, okay, what's next on the show notes? Kodak, that's about all I think there's more. I mean, we missed a crap ton of stuff over holiday break. I don't know what's all happened. I haven't paid too much attention to anything other than the Consumer
CES,
Electronics Show, yeah. Like I said, that kicked off Monday. I think Monday might have been like a media day or something. I don't think it was open to the public on that day. I may be wrong. Because I was pretty sure it only ran Tuesday through Friday, but things were coming out Monday. And a lot of news from the television industry, from pretty much all the manufacturers. We're going to start off with Samsung, it looks like. OLED TVs are hitting the market. Not quite yet, but they're in production kind of form, getting ready to be put out there, basically like LEDs are now.
And now they're not just called OLEDs, they're super OLEDs.
Well,
now.
Samsung's is. OLED, if you don't know, stands for Organic Light Emitting Diodes. Basically, it's pretty much just more energy efficient, isn't it? That's basically all. Is there any difference between screen?
They said that those are even more brighter than LEDs
They're
or something
brighter.
like that.
They have a better viewing angle, so you can see it from, you know.
That's a big plus for me, because like if you got a living room, you got couches that sit below it, or the TV is at a different level. If you can see it from all different angles, that's a huge selling point, I think. OLED TVs will really help that. Samsung is debuting, this is at CES, their Super OLED TV offering 55 inches of, this is their description, mega rich color and brightness. Bonus Connect body tracking too. I don't know what that means, but it might have something
Similar to Xbox's
Yeah.
Connect. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, and also the OLED TVs have very high refresh rate, like something like since I think it's like 60 to 120 hertz for like LCD TVs. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 100,000 or something ridiculous.
That
like
is
that.
crazy good
like
picture.
just
Oh my gosh.
Something that it just eliminates the.
So sports are just perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Sports would be really good. Anything that's moving a lot, you can really tell the difference on lower refresh rate TVs, like
first,
60 hertz. It looks really bad when, like football games, you can really tell. I've noticed that looking through Best Buy when we were kind of looking at TVs for our basement. You can definitely tell the difference between results. You can literally, you don't even have to look at the numbers. You can point out just standing there what is what, like what's lower and what's higher.
Yeah.
You can tell by looking at it. It makes a huge difference. Samsung Super OLED TV is under a third of an inch thick, so these things are getting super super thin now, and pretty much.
We'll talk a little bit more about thin TVs and super thin TVs in just a bit.
I just love how the bezel is just basically gone. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just TV.
Yep,
It's
it's
all
screen.
It's all TV. So you don't have. You have a 55-inch TV that's basically 55.
Yeah.
Off screen.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, and I kind of don't.
Where do you
I
plug
kind of like
in all
having
this stuff
framed.
then? Like,
Yeah.
at some point, if those disappear.
Most of it comes with the base of the TV.
Yeah, but
certain like
Oh,
TVs
so
you probably won't be able to
okay,
mount on the wall
okay.
unless you get a special. I mean, I'm sure they'll come out with some. Type
no,
of
because we
different-
saw I think last year a laptop or something that was getting so thin that you could, I don't know, it was half the size of the MacBook Air, which is pretty damn small right now.
Well, there's a MacBook. There's a comparative MacBook Air, the Ultrabook, isn't that? Let's just
Yeah,
jump down
something-
to it.
something like
Which
that.
version of the Ultrabook? Everyone has an Ultrabook.
That's
Seems like.
that is well, HP's got this one, Ultrabook. Let me find.
Well,
it.
that one's actually thicker because it's covered in glass. It's covered in Gorilla Glass.
Yeah, and I want to see that on more laptops though. It's covered, like the outside of it is covered. Is the screen though? Is the screen? That's Gorilla Glass.
Yeah.
That needs to
thing-
happen on more
The
computers.
only thing that's bad about it is they say it's a lot of fingerprints because it's
Well, yeah.
back. I don't really. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It doesn't seem that practical to me for like.
You're sitting there with a laptop that's broke in like 5 different places,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're saying Gorilla Glass wouldn't prevent that?
No, I just.
Okay.
I think buying something other than a Dell would prevent that.
Yeah. Maybe a gateway is what you need. It's pretty flimsy too. No, I want to see it. The Gorilla Glass. I love that stuff. It's really cool, and I want to see it. I don't care if it's covered in it. I think that's kind of stupid to have it outside.
Oh wait, what was that material last year for the iPad covers? Thing
But
they dropped from an airplane.
Yeah, they dropped it from an airplane. I don't remember what that was called. That's like a case, though. That's not actual glass. I want to see Gorilla Glass showing up on more screens of computers to keep them nice and keep them from getting cracked. And you can actually clean them and rub hard on them to get all the little spots off. Because there's spots all over my screen here, and I can't clean them off because they're so, they've been on there for so long. You'd have to scrub really hard and wreck the screen to get them off. I don't want to do that.
But they do come out with cleaners nowadays too, though.
How heavy is Gorilla Glass? Is that like going to be
heavy? I don't think it's. I think it just makes it a lot thicker because of the substance of it. I don't know about the weight of it because I mean cell phones are still pretty light for.
I don't think you notice much.
Yeah.
Well, it says the 14-inch Ultrabook here only weighs a pound more than the MacBook Air, so it can't be that much.
Well, a pound is a lot, but.
Right, but when you're comparing it to the MacBook Air, I mean.
Well, I mean, if it's going to be an Ultrabook, then that means that they want it to be small-ish.
Right.
So.
I think it's still going to be small, though.
Yeah. And packed with, I'm sure, a lot of processing power.
So now that we've jumped from the top of the show notes all the way down to the bottom.
Well, that was your fault.
That was my fault. Go all the way back up to the top.
LG?
No, we still have one more Samsung thing. They sell 2 TVs every second of every day, they claim.
They are the best-selling TV manufacturer.
That's a pretty heavy
And
claim.
Cell phone.
Cell phones I can understand because now a lot of people will just pull into the market and be buying a lot more. But if you think about it, then they may be saying 2 seconds of every day for the last year. They may not mean like still selling it for the same amount of values.
Well, what does the article say?
Because the article doesn't give enough information. The article just says that they claim they sell 2 per second. So it could be very well be
That's a
just over a quarter they might have sold that many, and then for that quarter it might have been
That's still
2
a lot
per
for a
second.
quarter.
Yeah, but now they may be like maybe 1 every 10 seconds.
Well,
That's
yeah,
a big difference.
it's an average for them. I mean, they're not adding up as they go. It's like they get to the end.
Yeah, that's
all
what I'm
their
saying.
sales
It's something like for a quarter or for a year.
Yeah.
So you can't really say they're still doing that.
Yeah, who knows what they're doing right now. I like the TV. This is an article by Gizmodo, by the way. And the TV they have pictured, it's a Samsung TV. And it looks like it's got a brushed aluminum bezel, which
It does actually.
is awesome. More TVs need to have, like
Why?
the standard TV. Well,
Why do you like that?
I don't necessarily like the brushed aluminum, but I'd want more variety to TVs. It seems like they're all black.
They're glossy black kind of
If
thing. Or a little bit of red.
Yeah, if Apple, there's the red edges on some of them, but I feel like there should be a different kind of, like we've got red walls in here. You should put a TV that's got a red bezel. You should be able to do that.
Everything matches black.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, black does go good on there.
Well, yeah, the screens are black, so might as well make the TVs outside the part that's
All
black.
the boxes you set next to your TV are black.
Yeah, all the speakers and stuff. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, whatever.
I don't like the aluminum. That's just
The Blu-ray players are black too, Eric.
Brushed aluminum, that'd look good in that'd look probably good in an Apple store. On their glass table.
True, actually.
It's probably about the only place that would look good.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe the iTV might come out with something like that, or
That's
It'd be
strictly a
weird.
rumor.
it'd be weird saying. I guess Apple doesn't make very many dark colored products except for.
They have their dark colored products, but most of them are usually white.
Yeah.
You're talking about Apple?
Yeah.
They've got that black MacBook. One of the MacBooks is black.
They do?
You can get,
Weird.
Not as common as the aluminum, but yeah, they're
okay, let's go to LG then. And back to black
Eye
TVs.
popping.
They have, LG, going on the OLED thing again, LG's got their OLED TV debuted at CES. Another one that's 55 inches. Wasn't that Samsung's 55
Yeah,
inches
they're
too?
both-
Yeah.
Everyone's going 55 inches. I'm not sure why. Now,
It's big.
Samsung, how did they describe theirs? I forget. They had a
Super OLED.
Yeah, Super OLED.
I think this one's thinner than Samsung's.
Yeah, it's considered. They're
It's
saying
4
LG's really coming in.
millimeters thick.
Oh, that is. Yeah,
4
that's the one I was looking
millimeters?
at.
4 millimeters
Holy
thick.
cow.
They have the video on here, and they actually showed it. It doesn't
amazing.
look. It doesn't look like a TV. It
It's
just looks
amazing.
like something else. I don't know.
Well,
don't even know how to describe it.
Samsung described their OLED as mega rich colored and brightness.
Then this would be
well,
mega rich packing of color and brightness.
LG describes it as glory slathered across a teensy thin display.
That's
So,
pretty appropriate, I would
yeah.
say.
Yeah, this TV looks really cool, I gotta say.
It's mostly screen. Like even the edges
Yeah,
are
there's
almost not
Screen,
there.
There's
like
no-
99.9%
Yep.
Exactly. It is.
screen.
There is almost
Like
no
zero
edge
bevel-
there.
bezel.
Yeah, the design of the bezel. See, now this one's chromed around the outside. I like that. Gives it a little flavor. But the picture on this thing looks amazing. OLED.
It's something else.
You wouldn't think you could get better than an LED TV when you've seen it. These things look amazing
It's just,
compared to
it's
LED.
the brightness. I can't
Yeah,
even
it is.
explain. It's like so different.
Yeah. Blacks are more black, whites are more white. You get more true color in these.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Movies are going to be stunning
It's
in
becoming
this stuff.
more and more lifelike. I wonder
Yeah.
how much more they can push it.
See, I never thought Blu-rays would make that much of a difference, and they don't if you have a standard TV.
But if you have your
Even a plasma high-definition TV, they don't make all that much difference. It's going to make a huge difference when you play a Blu-ray compared to just standard
Yeah.
DVD on something like this.
What about the? You want to talk about the even bigger one?
Yeah, that's LG too, isn't it?
Yeah, that
There's
is
a-
LG too.
Wait, well,
The
where
next
is that
one.
in the show notes?
The next one. The third one.
Oh, is it? Third one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
okay.
go.
Yep. So LG is just going, and I can't wait to see what they've got for the rest of CES because they're only on day 2, and they already debuted a ton of TVs. They went 55-inch OLED, 60-inch, 72-inch, and 84-inch.
I'm like, wait, why do you? I don't even know where to go with this. Where do you put this, Eric?
This is
Where
okay.
do you put this?
The
In
TV.
your garage?
The TV. No, you do not put an OLED TV in a garage. You block out your basement for this
Get
thing.
a bigger house.
Yeah, you get a bigger.
yeah, you got okay,
If you,
sure.
if you have the money to buy the 84 inch,
Must
you can
buy
buy
a bigger house
Yeah.
for this TV.
But the TV we've got in the movie theater, that's 62 inch, isn't it?
No, that's
No,
80.
It's 80.
Is it really?
I think
I thought
80
that
or
was
82.
But that's not even close.
Yeah, that's not this. This is something
It's-
else.
It goes about
That's it.
like 3 feet back.
Oh
Yeah, ours does.
It's
I thought that was a 60 something. Okay, that's an 82 inch.
That's 82. Yeah, this
That's
is even
in a
bigger
very
than that
large
though.
room in a movie theater style
Yeah,
room.
yeah. I'm pretty sure if you put this one there, this would even
Oh
look
my
bigger.
gosh, it
This
would
would
be
look
amazing.
much bigger.
And they would.
We should ask him.
Well, they haven't. LG hasn't announced pricing on this yet. though,
Oh,
have they?
true.
How much is this
I
going
think
to go?
The one at Scott Hall is Mitsubishi.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi makes pretty big TVs, but
I think
this
that's
is
why we
this is a
had so
different
many
class.
problems with it, though.
Yeah, it's true.
That was the cable box, though. It wasn't turning on. For.
Hmm.
So,
Well, I think it was just us on top of that, Eric, and it was just like a couple of
are you
people
kidding
on
me?
our
We
floor.
don't make mistakes.
No, it was a couple of people on our floor apparently, like because we use it more often.
Yeah.
The PlayStation out. That's
They took it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they took
that
the
was kind of
PlayStation.
sad.
because
Um,
people don't care about our living conditions. So
yeah, well, they gave us a whole movie theater, gave us a PlayStation, and then took the PlayStation away. It's like,
Yeah, I was
come
like,
on,
wait,
what
what
are you
is
doing
going
to
on?
us? What is going on? You're making my
Scott
mind
Hall
explode.
problems.
I can't
And
understand.
they finally
what's
gave
happening.
us a remote for that Blu-ray player, and I don't even know what's going on now.
They finally got the high definition jack in there. They pulled
They
that.
did?
Have you seen that? Yeah, you can set your computer on the where the
They gotta
PlayStation
pull out?
was. It rolls out now, and then there's a
Hmm.
jack. It actually works pretty good.
That's sweet. No, I haven't been there. I guess I'll have to go check it out.
This 84-inch TV, though, the aspect ratio is 3,480 by 2160.
Which is doubling what it was previously.
It's actually called Ultra Def TV, not high definition.
Ultra.
Ultra definition TV.
Next will be Uber Def.
Uber Def. I never thought. I didn't even see this coming. This caught me totally by surprise.
yeah, this is really something else.
No one was even talking about. I mean, ultra definition TV. You're talking about. That's just made up right now. But it's
yeah, because
actually.
it's not standard because you go 720, 1080, 4K, kind of like an incremental kind of thing, and they kind of just like went.
Right.
We're gonna go kind of in between. We don't know exactly. Just a little bit more because
We don't know what it's going to be.
it's gonna be an 84-inch TV, so it has to be high resolution.
Yeah.
So else it's gonna 1080
Yeah.
is not gonna look very good in comparison. So they
Because
made
it's just so big.
they
you
made
know?
it a little bit more, but not
Yeah.
as good as
This thing
probably
is
could be.
just, it's awesome. It's unbelievable.
See, this is what makes me think about a price. It's a ridiculously big 60 inches, dwarfed by LG's 4K monster. What do you think that means?
Well, the one on the left here is 60 inches, and that's going to cost a crap ton because,
They're
I mean,
all gonna cost a lot.
yeah. Well, how much? Okay, what do you think the difference is?
No, I'm saying, what is that? That sentence makes me think that they're talking about the price of the TV there. Because it's a ridiculously big 60 inches, dwarfed by LG's 4K monster.
Well, 4K resolution.
4K resolution.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not talking price
Okay,
there.
okay.
I mean, just look at the 60-inch TV.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a huge TV.
It is.
And then they got this 84-inch over here that just dwarfs it. It's crazy. LG, I think, so far has taken the
reins.
they get the win for Tuesday at CES. Yeah, and then once you buy that, how do you move it into your...
Good point. Just get the huge semi, you know.
Okay,
I don't think you can fit that in your truck, Eric. I'm not sure if you can.
Nope, it's not gonna... That's my new little center console.
Yeah.
84-inch OLED TV.
4K resolution is, just so you guys, in case you guys wanted to know, 4096 by 3112, and then this TV, the ultra depth is 3480 by 2000.
Yeah.
So
So which one is ultra def? Is it
the
the 60?
84 inches they claim is ultra depth, so it's more than 1080 because
Because it's 260.
just
2160.
2160. The lower end is 1080. This one they go by the higher end, which is weird. They call it 4K because the top number is 4096. Usually they go by the lower
The lower end, yeah.
They just wanted to make it look better is what
Yeah.
they did. All right, let's go on to, I believe it's Sony is next.
Yeah.
Guess what they debuted at CES? A TV. It's all
Why
about
does that
TVs.
not surprise me?
Now, Sony's been kind of on the cutting edge recently because they had that PlayStation TV that had the parallax stuff in it, glasses-free, 3D, and you could...
I wish they would actually go even further because right now I heard it's something like 2 players only.
Yep,
So I wonder if they can go even further, actually get those 4 players in.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Friday. Yes, they're holding back on that.
Oh,
Their TV
jeez.
is crystal LED.
Yeah, what is this? This
So they're
isn't...
replacing the previously existing pixels on the screen and actually putting lights there. So no more pixels, no more backlighting, straight lights.
Like actual
Sorry,
light.
how?
Actual blue, green, and red LEDs that you're looking at on the screen.
And they're calling that a crystal LED display.
Yes.
This isn't one of the OLEDs like LG
No,
and
this
Samsung.
is not an OLED.
This is a crystal LED TV.
They actually have LED colors directly on the screen, so it's not a backlit thing.
Has this ever been done before? Or is this brand new?
No, I
stuff?
think this is brand new.
Yeah, I've never heard of this
The
before.
thing I heard about OLED TVs is that the blue LEDs burn out faster than the other ones.
So
they
that's
haven't. I guess they haven't had time because they're on the cutting edge to do longevity testing. But people are saying, "Hey, these are gonna look kind of weird after a few years." But I guess the people that are gonna want to buy a 55-inch
Will probably
TV
have
are
it
gonna be
replaced.
the people that not gonna have this TV for
More
10
than,
years.
yeah.
I don't know.
Are they?
It's just an argument against it, also.
And you're talking about the blue LED. Are they actually burning out and not lighting up, or are they just?
Well, I
dimming?
mean, it's just probably dimming
Okay.
in comparison to the others, because something about.
But the lifespan still is pretty high, I bet. Like, I'm pretty
I
sure
have
it would...
no idea the specs on that.
Well,
but-
plasmas are about 7 years. I mean, if this can outlast that, I think
Then it's
people
pretty
are gonna
good,
buy
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, then most LEDs right now will be some 5,000 hours or something like that
Yeah.
of actual viewing, which would be many years already. I think that's like 10, 12 years.
Okay, I'm just going to read this because this explains it really good. What sets the crystal LED technology apart from other display technology is that instead of using LEDs to light up pixels, Sony replaced all the pixels with LEDs. So what that means is there are 6 million miniature red, blue, and green LEDs behind that piece of glass, lighting
Which
up
are
and
just lighting
delivering
up.
razor
So it's
sharp
like
picture.
it's like a super amazing light show.
So each pixel has 4.
There is no pixels.
There are no pixels.
Well, I mean,
It's 3.
But yeah, you got...
Blue, green, and red.
Yeah.
3. So theoretically, each pixel would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But they're still they're basically still pixels.
but
because
it's actually lights now. It's like something like having a light show in the background. Like it's some. Otherwise, it's like light being pushed onto these different things, which would like onto the actual screen, and the screen would light up and the colors would change. Now it's just the lights themselves that are the colors. So think about it in this way: like if the LED was just white light from the background, which would cause these lights on the screen to change. Now it's 3 different colored LEDs, which would basically turn on and off according to the color.
They also go on to say this is a long way from moving into production
Yeah.
at this point. This is
Because
this is
this will
still in
probably be
development stuff.
much more expensive than.
Well, and the longevity tests that they have to do
Yeah.
to see what's going to happen if this stuff is actually feasible to do.
Did they have the sizes on there for those?
They don't.
TVs?
Nope.
It
no,
looks
they said
smaller.
55 inch. It says 55.
Oh, really?
Oh, on mine.
Why is everybody doing 55 inches?
They just want to get bigger and bigger because they can have high resolution.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
got a
they can't-
screenshot of it comparing the crystal LED display to the LCD display. I mean, and this is on my crappy screen here. I've just got a gateway,
Well,
old
look at
gateway
the
computer.
other one. The other one is actually more descriptive, kind of. You can
Holy
see.
cow!
Now
oh
you
my
can see.
gosh. Yeah, that's amazing. And if you guys want to take a look at these show notes, the pictures we're looking at, all the links are going
I
to be up
think
in the show
viewing
notes.
angle is amazing.
Oh wow.
But that's an LCD though. That's what
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Well, and
And they must be
they're
turning it
comparing it
down.
to old. See, I wonder what would happen if they compared crystal LED to LED. How
And
that
that
would
also
look.
at the maximum level, like both at the maximum.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that at that point the viewing difference, the eyes wouldn't be able to tell.
Probably. Now, is this doing anything to the viewing angles on this either?
Yeah, this
Like,
too
yeah,
apparently has got amazing.
They both have amazing.
Yeah, viewing
OLEDs on
angles.
the Crystal. It's crazy.
I wonder how long it'll take for those to show up in Goodwill. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Just a while longer.
There's a really big TV down in Goodwill. It's falling apart. We delivered.
How old is that TV?
Oh, that's ancient. That's
Ancient?
like I think in
Thousands of
2000.
Ooh.
It's BC.
Oh.
So your answer is probably roughly 12 years back.
Take my shoes off to come back up.
Okay, Panasonic. Guess what they debuted at CES? TV.
Oh, dang it.
Why do we even ask you?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh. These Panasonic TVs are bargain bin prices.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
Panasonic's described in their new TVs.
The Panasonic just wants to sell TVs at the best prices.
These are plasmas, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they could be
Yeah.
bargain bin prices.
Well, if you think about it, if they
How
can make a
expensive is it
TV,
gonna be?
well, in hundreds apparently, instead of the thousands.
They've got 3 models: the ST, VT, and GT series. These are all plasma displays.
They say
And one
The-
nice thing is that they use cloud computing for all the applications, so you don't really need to download the applications. You can just like have them streaming from online, and they even have Amazon Video on Demand.
no, they're gonna try and aim for 1,000. It says.
Yeah, okay, back to the price. Well, the STs, and that's their bottom number on this thing, they're going to try and get it under $1,000, and that is a 50-inch TV.
Under $1,000 bucks.
So that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
And these are plasmas, so, I mean, plasmas are really good TVs. The old ones, there is some issues with the picture, mainly with the
But
black
now,
colors. In movies, the blacks weren't true black. These are called Infinite Black
No,
Pro panels.
I thought the reason the issues with the plasmas were pixel burnout more than anything else.
That and blacks not showing up as blacks was a really big thing too. And then obviously the longevity of them. I've been told, I'm not sure if this is true, that plasma TVs I think it was, they do better and last longer at lower altitudes than higher altitudes, to the point where people tell you, like, when you're buying one, they'll tell you that it's good for a basement because, I mean, that altitude change will help it last longer, something that small. I don't know if that's true or not, but something, if you're looking to buy a plasma TV or something for a basement.
Just bury it.
Just bury it. Gotta build the underground bunker now.
Well, see, and a lot of people think they have to have the best TV for
Eric,
to
you could
watch
just
a
buy that.
movie.
You could just buy that underground bunker for this next to your
Yeah,
house.
I've got a story about that
Yeah.
too. No, someone. I'll get to that at the end of the show. But the plasma TVs, they look really good in dark rooms. So in a basement, it's perfectly fine to get. Well, especially one of these now. I mean, they're really good for basements
They
and dark
adjust
areas.
to the lighting and they
Yeah.
automatically give you the best.
People think
possible lighting.
plasmas aren't going to deliver the picture they need, but I mean, in a dark room, in a basement where they're supposed to go, it's going to deliver a pretty good picture for news. So those Panasonic plasmas, there's, like I said, 3 models: the ST, VT, and GT. They're going to be 50-inch, 55-inch, 60-inch, and 65-inch versions. So under 1,000 and up from there.
Then Panasonic's.
No, that was
Oh, sorry.
Philips.
Philips is crazy TV. Oh no, it wasn't Philips. It's crazy TV.
Yeah, it's Philips.
No, I was talking about the head.
Oh, the transparent one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
next.
Spoiler alert.
Why would you just talk about it now since you already said it?
Yeah, why didn't you just?
No,
talk
it's a
about
teaser. People have to keep listening. So this Philips one that's converting 2D shows to 3D.
I think that's.
Do you guys know anything about this?
Yeah, it's apparently
I've heard something. brief
just
about it, but
upscale. It's like something like upscaling, but it's not really upscaling of definition. It
That'd be
basically,
weird.
yeah, it just shows all your TV
Well,
shows
you
in
can basically
3D,
make anything
which is
2D by
2D.
just layering the. It's just not going to be true. Like
It's not going to be
It's
true
not-
3D.
Like it's not going to look as good as Avatar because Avatar is made to be 3D. But yeah,
They
just
called
like
it. They called
shows-
Avatar in this.
But this is a super thin TV, 9 millimeters thick. What was the other one? Was that-
4.
Okay.
That's
So-
half. Less than
Gosh,
half.
it's a double.
Oh man, this one's really thick. 9 millimeters. That's almost
Oh my
unacceptable.
gosh.
See, now this one has a silver bezel instead of the usual black bezel.
So
So
you'll buy this one.
I'll buy this one at $1,700, mind you. That's 55 inches. That's going to be available about the end of the year. So if you're looking to watch all of your TV shows, movies in 3D, I don't know why you would. You'd be crazy if you want to watch everything in 3D. But this TV will be ready at the end
I
of
don't think
2012.
3D is going to take off until they get rid of glasses.
I agree with that 100%.
I would say even after they get rid of glasses, they have to get something that's like true 3D. Something that'll actually be beyond any doubt the best 3D.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of 3D at the moment.
It'll have to be something that really does blow your mind because I don't like real 3D at all right now.
Okay, you guys wanted to get to this transparent TV, insanely cool.
Well, that's what. Yeah. It's
Insanely
not
cool, but
it's not that-
I would say pointless.
Is it?
It's
Or
pretty
is
cool, I guess, but really. What is
Yeah,
it for?
what's the point?
Okay, basically, we're talking about it, but no one knows what we're talking about. A TV that you
Ugh.
can. Put
If
your
it's turned
hand-
off, you can
it's-
see right through it.
Yeah, if you turn it off, you can put your hand behind it. You
Yeah.
can see your hand through the TV. I mean, that's cool, but really, why?
You can pretend to be on TV when it's turned off.
I guess what you could do, you should have like a fishbowl, and then put your TV in front of it, and then when your TV's off, you can just see through to your fishbowl. Or a
Oh,
fish
great.
tank.
I might as well get a extra glass layer to do that.
I don't know. I can't see any practical purposes for it.
Yeah.
I could see it being cool for laptops on desks or TV shows like what we're doing, because a lot of times I've noticed, like earlier today I was watching a CES broadcast, it was the 404, they had Alienware sponsoring them. Alienware laptops are huge, and they were sitting at this desk, all three of them, with 3 Alienware laptops in front of them. All you could see were their heads on the camera shots. Like they were talking from their desk, all you could see was their heads, and it was
Yeah,
bugging the crap out of me.
So you could do something
If
like
they had transparent screens in front of them,
you could see the rest of their face
yeah,
somewhat.
it'd look a lot cooler because they'd be scrolling through their notes on glass. Can you imagine the look on? I mean, just aesthetics.
That's something completely different.
for like TV production.
But then actually,
people.
they are trying to make this transparent technologies into phones and into I saw a report some time ago about the transparent battery.
Battery?
Yeah, transparent battery. So they said they could use that for phones.
Well, I've seen things about you can have a projection and control that as a touch user interface, like a table. You can make it
And a keyboard.
Oh yeah, keyboard. Yeah, they have those.
Well, yeah, that. But I mean, like an actual touchscreen. You can there's some sort of software where you could take something like a picture you're shining on a table and put it on the screen. It was really cool, but
yeah,
something in the future.
I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more transparent stuff.
Oh, you
showing
remember the full holographic technology thing?
Yeah, the holograms. That's gonna start showing up. Transparent glass has a lot of uses. One of the big ones is heads-up displays in cars and trucks.
Oh yeah, and
What?
You just said transparent glass, and I just thought that was kind of
oxymoron.
Transparent. It's an oxymoron.
Good call.
Well, transparent screens is better to say,
Yeah.
I guess. I think even I can't remember which company it was. It was Buick, maybe, that had completely transparent, screens being used as
windshields, yeah.
And then those would be total GPS displays as well, with various other features like with the weather conditions to where you're going and stuff like that.
It was even pointing out potential obstacles.
And also it had a little line which showed you that as a GPS marker. They actually had this as a prototype. I think I really can't remember which company it was. I think it was Buick, but I'm not sure about it.
I don't remember.
That does seem pretty practical.
Yeah, that was.
You need transparency in that case.
Yeah,
that was pretty useful. So I found that to be pretty good. But there is 3D technology which is also working out for that, because now they have these, the non-glasses free 3D technology. They have a couple of cars which are testing that as well. Like the driver console, just the driver's seat gets it was from the Sony thing, right? Like we talked a bit about it.
Are you talking about just the center console?
It's not just a center console. It's like the driver gets a different image, and then the people sitting around, the passenger gets a different image.
That's current technology in the Range Rover.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
All the new Range Rovers have parallax barriers in their center console screen, so the driver can watch GPS at the same time on the full screen, while the passengers are seeing a movie on the same screen.
Yeah, so that's something that's really become good. And we may see advancements in cars now, huge advancements in cars very soon.
Okay, we gotta get moving here. Qualcomm puts out a quad-core TV processor that could deliver console-quality gaming without the console. So everything's going to be run through the TV. They're trying to get rid of consoles. That's basically the gist of this.
I'm going to be very sad if that happens, because consoles have amazing graphics cards, and they have various other features as well. And console is a console, even though this would be more practical. I would agree, but.
And I think this, if it takes off, it'd take forever to implement, because don't you have to develop an entire new way of gaming, like game delivery?
No, you could actually just use almost the same controllers if you have all of the required machinery within the TV. Like you've seen Google TV, you've seen those little type pads they have.
But I'm talking about the discs, the game, you buy.
But you could do online delivery, for PSN also has that kind of thing. And
so it's just going to be a whole new TV service?
Yeah,
we need to do that now. We need to, us for Ben, develop that now. We need to get on that.
Right now.
That's us. We could be millionaires right now.
Tell us about it, Ben. I've barely heard you talk.
We need that. What do we call it? The TV delivery service. It'd basically be like the PlayStation Store or Steam game delivery.
Actually,
I think it'd be interesting if Sony could come up with the way to make a TV that has a PlayStation 3 built into it.
That's a good point, but the thing is that the PS3s and all, I don't think they'd ever want to do that though, because the PS3 is a completely different entity, which is a huge revenue bringer for them. It's kind of the marketing issue, the sales issue.
Yeah, I can see
they get so much money just because of PS3, and I think that's one of the biggest things they have. So why would they want to integrate that?
I don't think we're going to see consoles disappearing anytime soon.
True.
Just maybe Nintendo consoles.
Yeah.
And then there's been rumors of this Apple TV floating around for some time now, and then...
Well, they already have an Apple TV, but it's not really
Right. I mean,
That
like an
makes- that
actual
can
TV.
An actual
screen.
television.
And then CES comes around and rumors only get more strong. Apple's not at CES, by the way, but
Microsoft's last year at CES.
really, why? I didn't know
Well,
that.
they delivered the keynote for whatever, however many years, but they just are gonna take a break.
Yeah.
Like air quotations, take a break.
They're not going to come to CES next year.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
Because that'll be interesting because then you'll see some individual work coming out from them on different timings. Like you can't really expect something, but like I don't know how to say
Well,
it.
you've still
Just-
got E3.
Yeah, you'll have something like every once in a while you'll just have them bringing out something new, and that may be totally away from the time when the other companies announce their
Well,
things.
it's not like Microsoft was a big like, here's all our stuff that we're gonna do. It's
That's
just
true.
basically they kind of did some Windows 8, like
Yep.
a little bit of.
They'll have their own conference.
But Microsoft does other
They're big
little.
enough, like they can do whatever the
Yep.
heck they
Yeah,
want.
it's true.
These other companies are just kind of jousting for position, and I mean
Microsoft has its own position already. Like it actually has cemented position in these kind of things, like
Mhm.
a concrete place. But the other companies actually are there competing. So yeah, I guess that does make sense that Microsoft just wants to get out now.
Yeah, and plus they have to like pay to.
Yeah.
So it does make sense for them.
But Apple's well, the rumor that Apple has a iTV or some sort of TV in the works. These rumors have been going around for a long time now, and they've gotten really stronger to the point where it's hard to believe.
Apple may have to build
they
it
don't.
just for the game.
Well, I think there is one in the
There's
works, and
already-
I think it's very close to completion, if
Steve
not
Jobs
completed.
said his,
Yeah.
And, well, I don't.
I think
It's bio.
So I'm- no, but I
sponsored
question-
biography, is that what it's kind of?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
it is an autobiography written by who was
Well,
it?
it was a biography, but it's like
Yeah,
approved
It's not a
biography
yeah.
by Steve Jobs, and he said that he had figured it out. Was his quote? He had figured out the way, cracked the way to make it.
I think it's probably very close to being done, if not done already. And they're just
No, but
kinda
I do
holding out
question,
on it.
like, if we think about it, then how is it going to be implemented? Like, are they going to have a huge touchscreen TV, or is it going to be like Siri, as some of the rumors
why
say?
you want a touchscreen TV.
Exactly, like that doesn't make sense.
That does not
That
make sense.
there was a rumor about that though. That's kind of the weird thing.
There's a lot of rumors.
Like,
But-
and then, okay, I would say it would have to be something absolutely new because Siri, I wouldn't really be sure about buying that TV.
There is a lot of rumors going around that it's going to be 100%
Maybe-
completely controlled by
I don't
Siri.
know why. I don't think 100%, but maybe
No.
Siri implementation.
I think Siri will be implemented it, but if it's completely controlled by Siri, that
But
would
then
be
I would-
very unfortunate.
I would find that a bit like weird because like if you see right now Kinect for the Xbox uses the voice
Connect.
notification. Yeah, Connect
Connect
for
English.
Xbox. It's a different English, dude.
Never heard
Continue.
Get a life.
that.
Continue.
You forgot what you were
No,
saying.
I don't care. I just don't care. The Xbox basically uses the same thing almost. Like they actually have the voice control. So what's the point of making a TV that does something to the
Well, I've
almost
heard
the same?
Connect doesn't work very good at all either, though.
Yeah,
you can
but
be in
then
a
Siri-
soundproof room and it won't know what you're saying. Siri worked good on stage, and then it went downhill from
Well, I
there.
think
Exactly,
Siri is
so-
good at voice recognition, but just the questions, the type of questions that it can handle.
Natural language.
Right, but Apple, when they debuted Siri, they debuted it as if it could handle anything. I mean, the questions
Yeah,
they
they
asked
made
on
it seem
stage,
like
they
it.
made it
But
like it could do anything.
every question that they asked it, you can ask it, and it'll work.
Well, they knew that in
It's supposed to be
advance.
like-
Well, that's the point. They made it seem. They clearly said it like it could handle anything, but in reality,
They
it
didn't
can
say
only.
it can handle anything.
They
I
made
mean,
it seem like it. They clearly did.
it's
That's how they
it's a
marketed it.
product- It's a software service that's in beta, and
And they failed to mention.
That's exactly what I
They
was just
failed
going
to
to
mention
say.
that.
They never said it was in beta on stage. Never once. And then you go to their website, Siri website, and,
And
it
then
says
all
beta.
of a sudden it says, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's a beta."
I don't know. Did they add
I mean,
that
I think-
after?
I think that maybe that's a good thing, that if you're upset with it now, then there's hope that it'll one day contain everything, because, I mean, you would think
So I'm concerned.
for it to be able to understand everything.
I'm
that,
concerned
humans
about the
understand
fact.
is kind
I'm
of
concerned that they may
ridiculous.
release it again in the future, and again it may have issues, and again they'll be like, "Oh no, we have to take it back."
Was it in beta the entire time and they just didn't say anything about it,
I
or did
don't
they
know.
did they release it, realize people didn't like it, and then kind of quietly snuck the little beta
That
tag
may
on their
be
website?
that may be possible, but I'm not gonna say they.
I
did
don't know. Anyway,
I think
Speculation.
there's a lot of people have gotten quite a bit of use out of it, but obviously you guys are pretty opposed.
I am opposed. I haven't even used it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only 2 times I tried to use it, it died on me. Like my professor had it on his phone, and every
Well,
it like.
we've heard the way you speak English.
No, I didn't try. I didn't try. I didn't try. Okay, dude, you're such a douche.
Jay.
Still alive.
What, Jacob?
Okay, let's go on to
Do I
PC.
speak good English, Jacob?
We've talked enough about TVs anyway. Let's go on to PC. There's 2. Well, we already talked about one, the HP Ultrabook. Alienware announced they've been running. I've watched some CES stuff today, and Alienware's been running commercials the entire time through all the live feeds from CES, hinting at a new product launch on January 18th, and it's a commercial. The article, interesting enough, was actually written by a guy I know and work with from another website, and it basically says
What is it, Eric?
friendcodes.com. He's manager of that site, and he writes for, get this, godisageek.com. So that's the name of the website. But it's Alienware is expected to reveal a brand new desktop on January 18th, 2012.
I've been in search of a desktop.
And yeah, you're gonna have to take a look at this one, see what you think. There's no pricing, no details on it. All there is a quick little flash of a outside shell of a desktop on the advertisement, and then it disappears and says some advertising crap, and then they disappear. It's a 15-second commercial, so you don't see a lot.
Well, the last Alienware desktop I saw did impress me too, because like they had all those 6 slots, I think it was, for external hard drives or for actual hard
Right,
drives,
yeah, the whole
solid state drives.
amazing.
That was pretty amazing. Yeah, so things like if it's better than that, then I'll be still even more impressed.
Well, in PKI, they have Alienware Auroras, I believe, up in second floor. What are those mechanical robot labs on the second floor up there? I don't remember what they're called, but there's some Alienware sitting back on the desk back there.
Are you sure it's the second floor or third floor?
It is second floor.
Oh, you mean wait? Which side are you talking about? The
Second floor, you go up the stairs and go to the right.
the right side. That's not the robotics thing. That's the
They have the little floor, and then they drive the little not the big robots back there.
yeah.
Just the little driving ones, like Paul had when he was driving that little.
Yeah, no, that's a scene bot though. That's like I don't
Yeah.
know. No, I'm talking about because you may be talking about the big room with the glass and they got all those desktops in there.
No, not that one.
Okay, that is different than what I'm thinking.
Anyway, that's PKI if you ever want a tour.
Okay.
That's it for PC news. Cell phones, one thing real quick. Fujitsu announced a razor thin phone. I mean, this thing is crazy thin. I don't have the link up. It's
It's just crazy thing.
well, they compared it to the Droid Razor. The Droid Razor is really, really thin. Or no, they compared it to the. Well,
They
they
have a picture of
Droid
the
Razor?
iPhone, against the Fujitsu, but
I have a picture here.
they show the specs of the Razor, and
It's even thinner.
it's thinner than the Razor, which is impressive. But
It's really thin compared to the iPhone 4, and then it's called the. It's made by Fujitsu. It's called the Aero. What is that? What is that symbol?
Or Arrow's Mew, I think that's what
Mew?
the symbol is. Yeah.
I think you're right. It's like some. Is that?
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Mew, right?
That is the weirdest cell phone name I've ever heard. It's only available in Japan right now. Hopefully, it comes over to the United
Unfortunately,
States.
I have to say because like US gets it late always. US gets the phones late always.
It's 6.7 millimeters and 105 grams compared to Droid Razor at 7.1 millimeters thick and 127 grams. So this thing is.
well, how big
thin.
is the screen compared to the Razor? Because the Razor has a huge screen.
It doesn't give any. Yeah, I bet the Razer screen is still bigger.
That's probably why it weighs more. But
I like my gadgets to have weight to them though.
Unfortunately, that time is going away.
You know, fast.
Soon they'll make a levitating phone. Damn
you have to hold it.
it. Dang it.
Okay, and then you had a bunch
You
of
don't
weird
need to
stuff
hold
on
it.
there.
Oh, that was basically a collection of. There's the links that I put on there if you want to go to them. I don't know, Eric posts this, but it just has basically everything that in kind of nice sorted by company what they've been doing in CES. So I mean we've talked about a lot of it, but
So
there's
through
some other stuff.
through day 2, we have basically everything that's happened at CES.
Next week
Major
we'll have a lot
things.
more.
Except for
Happen.
ACs, we didn't really talk about ACs.
Yeah,
We can talk about that
it's
next
okay.
time, maybe.
Yeah, we're running long anyway today. I think that's going to about do it for us. So.
Okay.
Yeah, CES runs through what, Friday? So we'll have more news next Tuesday from there. That's probably all we'll talk about again. But that's going to about do it for us this week. You can contact us through YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, Tier 3 Podcast, or the old-fashioned email, tier3podcast@gmail.com. That's going to about do it for us on Tuesday, January 10th.
Say
We will
goodnight
be
already.
here next Tuesday on KVNO 90.7 HD2 MAV Radio. This has been the Tier 3 Podcast. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you next week.